what I'm trying to do here a little bit. So in the second session, we're starting from 15 on. Hopefully you've read this chapter a little bit more and understand a little bit more. But if you haven't, or you need a reminder, start reading chapter 15 or chapter 8 from verse 15 onward. Okay, so what we've got here is the Lord talking about, He's already established He's the Lord that brought them out of Egypt, and now He's talking about His people Zion and what they should do. Awake and stand up, O Jerusalem, which has drunk the hand of the Lord and the cup of His fury. Okay, so He wants them to wake up. They've suffered enough. He wants to guide them. He wants to be the person that, or be their God. And then it talks about these two sons, and as just going off of that, it mentions two sons, and the way I always understood it, and this is the way that I kind of think it does talk a little bit about it, talks about Ephraim and Judah, because it talks about Ephraim, the northern tribes, and Judah, the southern tribes, and that these two sons would be the ones that break down the people around them. But there is a specific reference as well, and this one is referenced in here, if you look in the footnotes, and that is the two prophets found in Revelation. These two prophets will preach unto the people in Jerusalem and the Holy Land, the area around there, and they will be like lions at the beginning of the streets and so forth, and they would do great and marvelous things, and then at the end they will seal their testimonies in blood. We have yet to see that come to fruition. So we've got the two prophets, but also you can think about the two sons as Ephraim and Judah, or the Jews, and those of the church that when you get your patriarchal blessing will often be Ephraim. It may be Manasseh, it may be Reuben, it may be other ones every once in a while, but most of them will be Ephraim because of the blessings that flow from the line of Ephraim. And then it says down here, awake, awake, and put on thy strength, O Zion. And we find, just to go further in there, the strength is the priesthood. So Heavenly Father and Jesus Christ want us to put on the strength of the priesthood. We find the reference to that in Doctrine and Covenants 1:13, 7, and 8. Again, using modern revelation to explain something that seemed really difficult, the Isaiah chapters. There it explains specifically that what they are talking about is putting on the priesthood, the thing that they'd missed for some time, and they needed to get back. This concludes this chapter of 2 Nephi 8, and we will go on to 2 Nephi 9 in the next verses or in the next presentation, and it will probably explain more. We'll be going out of the Isaiah chapters into something that is much better, and we'll stop there.